Welcome back, everybody, to a brand new episode of Over the Top Talk. I'm your host, Owen, and today I'm staying in the New England area, more specifically Massachusetts, and talking to Joe Poirier from the Cage Titans promotion. He has a huge fight against Isaiah Torres. How are we doing today?
How's it going, Owen?
Amazing, man. And we're only, a couple weeks out. You're probably in like the early stages of your fight camp. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling locked in. Yeah, it's only been about a week since we got the name and got the main event at Cage Titans for the belt, but I'm always in camp. I'm always training, so once we got the call, we were ready.
Yeah, and I know you were supposed to have a fight like I think last month, but the guy ended up pulling out. I couldn't imagine how frustrating that must have been.
Yeah, it's something I've dealt with really as an amateur and a lot as a pro, so it's nothing new to me. I know how to stay ready, know how to stay in the gym, and just stay focused. So we were just on to the next at that point, which was Cage Titans, and yeah, I'm thankful for this opportunity.
Perfect. And Joe, what kind of got you into the sport of professional fighting?
Um, I've been involved in martial arts my whole life. I did karate as a younger kid growing up for years. A little bit of wrestling and in school after that, and then after I graduated high school, just kind of through mutual friends, I linked up with my head coach Pete Luciani, and just kind of been head down ever since.
Perfect. And what would you say is like the most challenging part about this sport?
The the just consistent grind, the consistent grind. You know what I mean? It's not just a fight camp and then a fight. It's day in and day out of just discipline. Whether it's diet or getting in the gym and training, making the right decisions outside of the gym. It's a lifestyle, and it's something that you gotta be willing to do 24/7.
Awesome. And obviously the sport leaves like a physical toll. How would you say your like recovery process is?
I'd like to think that I'm smart about my the way I go about training and my recovery process. I don't put a lot of damage on myself through training. A lot of these guys, you see, they lose their youth in the training room. You know what I mean? They lose
Yeah.
years in the training room, and so I'd like to think I'm smart in that way. And yeah, the recovery I take very serious. So I feel great. About to turn 29 this summer, and I feel like I found the fountain of youth.
Yeah. And do you deal with any like pressures when you're about to enter the octagon, maybe like right before you walk out? Is there any type of pressure that's like on you ever?
I mean, there's always pressure, especially in MMA. You got so much riding on the line. Um, every fight, whether it's your career path, where the trajectory of your career is going to be going, whether it's the fight purse itself, and you take a 50% cut if you lose that fight. You know what I mean? So there's definitely pressure all the time, and but I thrive on that. I love the pressure. That's where I do my best work. I got that clutch gene, so I love being under that pressure.
Awesome. And what would you say is like off? What's your favorite part about this sport?
Favorite part about the sport for me is knocking dudes out, seeing them go unconscious, seeing them quit. It's what I love about it, and it's what keeps me coming back. I think it's what keeps everybody coming back. You get that first win, feel that victory, and you just get the itch.
And with this sport comes like lots of opponents. What would you say? Does your like routine change based on what opponent you're going in there with?
Um, I guess sometimes from fight to fight, the game plan will change a little bit, but I mainly go in there with my set of skills, and I know that what I'm best at, people can't beat, and yeah, so I kind of just impose my will and fight my fight. So the fighter really doesn't matter too much, but obviously there's some game planning going into each fight specifically.
Yeah, and obviously you train a lot with Connor, who has already made it to the UFC. How much does he help you knowing that he's already made it? And I know you've taken some of the trips with him when he's fought. So
Yeah, I've said it before. I owe a lot to Connor bringing me around the UFC, just atmosphere and being able to soak that in, whether it's contender series or an actual UFC card. Um, just getting to feel that energy before I hopefully make it there, and getting to feel that atmosphere is huge for my career, and I owe a lot to him. Not only for that, but as a training partner too. He's a dog in the training room and always pushes the guys. So yeah, Connor's a great guy to have in the room.
and obviously you're fighting for a flyweight championship. How important is this win for your career?
I mean, like I said earlier, every fight's your biggest fight. It's so this is my biggest fight to date. Hopefully, go in there and make quick work of this guy and have a quick turnover. Um, I'd like to stay busy. I had a very inactive 2024, so I'm looking to make up for that in 2025. And yeah, it starts on July 19th.
And would you say how does your weight cuts go? Like, is it challenging? I know you're a pretty muscular guy to make 125. So
Yeah, I mean, it's always the fight before the fight. You it's kind of blessing and a curse, getting to cut this weight and go in there 20 pounds heavier than your actual weight class. But it'd be nice if none of us did it. I don't enjoy cutting weight. With that being said, though, when I fight at like bantamweight, like I have before, um, not feeling that push in the sauna and that diet, it does give you a mental edge almost going through that. I do find comfort in the chaos of cutting weight, and I have come to find to enjoy it and almost treat it as a type of meditation. But yeah, we're dialed in with the weight. Never missed weight in my life, and definitely ain't happening July 19th either.
perfect. And if you were to give a piece of advice to someone that would want to start, whether it's um, jujitsu or like boxing, what advice would you give?
Um, Consistency, stay consistent. You see a lot of these guys, they'll go in hot and heavy quick and then get burnt out.
What's
What's up,
up?
Connor?
Any advice for guys that just want to start training jujitsu or anything?
Yeah, just show up and do it. Honestly, it's the biggest thing. He's like, you're gonna get your ass kicked for the first, couple months, but then it's so fun. It's definitely the best thing you can do. Best way to work out for sure.
Perfect. And that's all I had. But for everyone I let come on air, I give them a chance to shout out anything, whether it's, for you fights coming up, social medias. So I'll let you do that.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, all the sponsors at this local level, it really comes down to the sponsors helping us out, making this possible. So I couldn't do it without them. Guys like Ben over at BC Crane, my man Mike Miller. I got Evan Williams. He comes out all the way from New York to support me, so that's huge. Um, I got my barber over at Cole Cuts in Plymouth. Shout out to him. Just started working recently with Matt Nazar Jewelers over in Rentham. So if you're trying to get iced out, go hit them up. And yeah, shout out to Hook and Roll, my coach's new gym that he's opening up in New Bedford. That'll be huge. That should be open in the next few months. So can't wait for that to get going. And yeah, all the training partners and coaches obviously couldn't do it without them. So shout out to all those guys, and it's gonna show on July 19th, all this hard work.
Perfect, Joe. And once again, I appreciate you coming on. I love talking to the fighters from New England. So I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, appreciate you. Thank you, Owen.
And for everyone watching, I'll throw his links down below. Make sure to follow the Over the Top Talk podcast on everywhere you can find podcasts. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Thank you, guys.